Hello, everyone. This is Amanatsu. I'm here with 4 other people today who will introduce themselves in just a moment. This is the first podcast. It's gonna be a little scuffed, I think, because that's we're doing it on VR chat with this great world that Golfa's friend made for us.
Oh,
and
Zanven.
What is it? Zanven? Zanven. What a lad. And then he also made Hoppa's avatar and Dino's avatar, so great. Anyway, let's go down the line. Hoppa first. You can introduce yourself a little bit.
Hey, I'm Hoppa. I am currently ranked 17, I believe, in Beat Saber. And I'm also a member of the ranking team.
I'm Atomic, and I'm currently rank 1 Beat Saber player, and I'm a big PP farmer.
Damn straight.
Hey,
Palger.
I'm Dino. I don't play this game. I'm probably like rank 30 now or something.
Yeah, how many hours have you put in the past 2 weeks?
Here, hold on. Oh, 2.
Nice.
Nice.
Very good. Professional Beat Saber player.
Now. Pick me up, Cloud9.
Well, I'm Golfa. I'm ranked 35. I popped it
nice
top
peak.
24, I think.
Okay, great. All right, so we have a few things on our agenda here. First of all, some official Beat Saber news with the sub pack that they did with the deaf and hard of hearing people. I thought that was pretty cool. Do you guys have any opinions on that?
Well,
I mean-
I think it's pretty great for deaf people if they want to play a rhythm game. I mean,
Basically introduces VR to a whole new aspect to them.
yeah.
Is really what it comes
Yeah, rhythm games have always, it's obviously very musically based, right? And for someone who's deaf or hard of hearing, it's very difficult. So a lot of the reactions were really cool. They were really excited about it. So I
I'm
like that a lot.
extremely excited.
It is a
I
nice
mean,
touch.
It might be cool, but wouldn't it be expensive as fuck?
Yeah, I don't know how much that
Yeah.
backpack costs. We'd have to do some research on that.
I mean,
Like, you
VR is
buy
expensive,
VR.
so-
Yeah, I mean, I know, but then you're buying VR, and you're also buying this other thing that's probably as much as VR.
Yeah,
If not more.
yeah, for sure.
Hey, it's a way.
Yeah,
It's a way.
yeah, it's you
On the
know,
way.
it creates an avenue, but obviously there'll be a high buy-in, I think. So, all right. All right, so moving on, we have some other. I guess we're diverting from official news. There's not a whole lot of official news going on right now, right? So, something I guess we could touch on is there's a lot of people that are climbing ranks recently, right? So, like first of all, like Awesome Sauce, he gained like what 30 ranks or something
Yeah,
recently.
he's
Yeah, 30
top
rank.
32 right now.
Nice.
33.
Oh, 33. Oof.
Feels bad, but-
Oof.
yeah, he's been grinding out really hard right now. He went from C to 32, so pretty fast.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
That's really good. He's been around forever. Actually,
Yeah.
funny story. Awesome Sauce. When Team Saber 1, like season 1 was going, he subbed for our team one week, and he was ranked like 250 or something, 300.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool.
remember-
He's high.
I
now.
remember like 4 months ago going on Golfa's stream when he was top 300.
Yeah, yeah.
He's been stuck at like 60 for a while though, and he finally, I guess,
Finally
got
got
past
through.
that in like a few days.
Yeah, that's really
There's
cool.
also
He
there's
hit
also
some kind of
someone
break.
else that I've recently seen. That's
Yeah?
been climbing. What's his name? He's like I think top 50 right now.
You got a nice pose on my lid.
Xerix, he was like top 50. And
Yeah?
now I
The
think
guy
he's
that
ranked-
streamed on Community.
Yeah, and now I
That
think he's at
one.
42. So,
42.
I mean,
Nice.
he's climbing.
Little bit. Yeah, a little bit. There's also Jay Wist. I don't know how
Oh,
you.
he's a cool guy. I've
He's a
talked
cool
to him.
guy.
Yeah, I was on his
Cool.
stream a while back. He was still like rank 100 something. He's like
Yeah, he's climbing quick.
he's
Yeah.
what 69 now? 69?
Yeah, it was like I think he had like a 30, 40, 50 gain, something like that.
That's good.
When I last looked.
Especially in that rank area, it's really hard to climb like that. So
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
going to that is
Especially
definitely
now, like Beat Saber's become really competitive in like the top 100. It's like
became really
super hard to
settled.
climb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think especially like even down to like 200, right? Like 200 even is still pretty
Yeah.
like competitive. So That's
Yeah.
I remember, like 4 months ago, if you played any of the songs, you were top 32.
yeah. If you just played all the songs, you were top 32.
Yeah.
So.
The PPV one was Dark Times.
Parajita.
Parajita farming, yeah. Only the real
Rank
OGs. Oh yeah, dude.
Oh. Yeah, let's give Bulos rank 1.
There's cool regional stuff. So there's a player named Yomi, who is he's the third Japanese player to be top 100. That's really cool.
Oh yeah.
Can't wait for everyone to drop rank again.
There's
takes over rank 1.
Yeah. Yeah, Taichi came out of nowhere back when he came up, and he was #1 for a couple days, right? He kind of bounces around.
Forget
so.
rank 1.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the Japanese players they just
He-
dance
yeah.
or rank 1.
He goes back and forth from rank 1 to 4.
Yeah.
The Atomic keeps sniping him.
I played 2
Keep
maps
America
today.
in #1, please.
I feel like I feel like top 1. There's what 5 or 6 people that could be it any given day.
Yeah.
I can't
Any
believe
day.
Not Null's dead.
Yeah.
I played 2 PP maps today for 3 hours.
Wow, that's rank 1. Rank 1, boys. That's the life.
Just to get 5 PP. 5
Nice. That's the life of a rank 1. Okay, nice.
PP.
But yeah, I think especially right now, there's a lot of diversity in top 10. Right? There's actually almost as many Canadians as Americans. I think it's like it might even be like
there's BT Kill, Flea, and Cryos. I think that's the only 3.
okay,
And
then
there's me, Tammy, who else? Zoro, and
Kaladas.
Kaladas, and
Kaladas,
then there's Taichi. I think Edgy's 11 right now.
I'm not sure.
Orange.
He's been PP farming
Yes.
again then.
Yeah, Orange Taichi. So yeah, it's pretty diverse. Back in the day, it was what 8 or 9 Americans. So yeah.
And all 5 now. Top 5 is all Oculus.
Yeah, oh, I know. Yeah, oh yeah. Everyone's figuring out that you can only do crazy stream maps with Oculus again. So
Yeah, Oculus is
yeah,
as the meta speeds up.
It.
Oculus is probably gonna take over.
yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for Fast Song. It's gonna buff Vive.
Yeah, because we had the meta where it was kind of like medium speed songs, right? And then like Vive was numbered like 1 through 8 or something ridiculous. And
That's whenever I dropped to like almost out of top 32.
yeah, and now the meta is just speeding up, and especially like jump maps, like fast jump maps, like Happy Song, right? Like
Song and,
Nuclear Star.
Nuclear-
Cheesy
yeah.
Snow Drive.
Snow
is
Drive,
probably
yeah. There's that, yeah.
I think
That's
Vive can score pretty good on Snow Drive too, though. It's not
Yeah.
that fast.
Yeah, it's not fast, but it's got some weird jumps, especially on faster song. I was playing it today. Oh my god, I failed on the last jumps every time.
Yikes.
Oh boy, he failed on the jumps.
Oh boy.
That spells good.
Speaking of Snow Drive, the
Mm.
newest one is the best, and you should check it out.
By
Yes.
That's why I
Yeah.
chose Cheesy's.
Cheesy Dream. If you
He's also doing If You're Gonna Jump, and that one's gonna be really good. I think it's out actually.
Definitely give it a try.
yeah, new Snow Drive's really good. The newest one.
It needs a few changes, but he's willing to give it some changes, and it'll probably get thrown into ranking queue.
Yeah, I think it'll get ranked
Start
for
grinding,
sure.
boys.
Yeah, well, I guess we can segue into ranking queue then. There's some cool songs in there, right? Like there's Chocolate Planet that's in there now, right?
Yeah, that's been a popular one for a while.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna need to replay that. I think I'm super low.
Yeah, it got changed, right? So you have to replay it.
Yeah,
anyway.
it's no, because only the metadata.
Oh,
got
just
changed.
metadata. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all it needed for.
that'll get hella farmed pretty soon.
Yeah.
here.
I remember sniping your #1 on it.
Yeah, it was my only one, rank 1 for like any map.
That's
And
funny.
then you came and you beat it in the first try. It took me like 5 tries to get mine. Feels bad, man.
To be fair, I did play SDVX Madness, and that was like one of the earlier songs. I played it a couple times before.
Mm.
Honestly, Chocolate Planet is the one map that made me love like one lane streams.
One lane streams are so good.
Yeah,
Especially on,
they're just so
internet-
satisfying.
Internet bitch. I really
Internet
like
Bitch is really good.
Yeah, actually, Kickus changed Internet Bitch a while ago. He
Yeah.
changed that map a while ago, but it hasn't
He never uploaded.
been
right?
like no, he didn't upload it because I told him to wait, but it hasn't been like reviewed properly yet. So,
Didn't Alto want to change the lights in it too?
well, I don't know. I know that Orange has an issue with them, but I don't know.
Speaking of lights, dude,
Mm.
Pudding is making some really good lights. Have you seen
Cards.
their new YouTube channel?
Laser beams.
What-
La-
yeah, yeah.
laser beams.
I
Yeah.
mean, Puds put they put his chart as the first video, and it's actually
Mm-hmm.
really good.
Yeah, there's some crazy lighters. I didn't really expect Puds to get into it, but there he is.
He makes some good lights.
Yeah, big lighters like Alto, Morik, Puds now.
Yeah, all very good lighters.
Minty. I don't know if you guys know Minty. He does some pretty okay lights.
Does Lolo do any more lights still or no?
He probably does his own. I don't think he does anyone else's though.
Mm.
I don't remember at least. He might. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm trying to think of who else is like doing lights or Pug did some lights for me recently on one of my new maps. He did lights for Yell, so it was cool. That was really
Yell?
cool.
I actually haven't played Yell yet. I don't
That's
know
all
why I
right.
haven't.
Colzan does some good lights.
Yeah, Colazan. Okay, so Colazan did lights for a map for me that I haven't released yet, but he does really good like basic lights. I don't want to call them basic because it sounds like insulting, right? But like he does a lot with a little, which is really cool. I like those that style. It's really cool. Yeah, so that's the thing. Are there any other songs in Ranking Queue that you remember that were like
Milk Crown.
Oh, Milk
oh yeah,
that's
Milk
gonna
Crown.
be-
Yeah, Milk Crown. That's a whole thing.
Yikes.
Good jumps.
There's some other cool
Baby
maps
boys.
that like not a crazy map or anything, but there's a map, Red Magi's map, Red Magi's. What's he got? What is it? Marianne. That's a really cool map from a different rhythm game.
Yeah.
La Nota, cool rhythm game. I think the rest of the ranking queue is just kind of like pretty standard stuff. I don't think there's anything that anyone's been like dying for in there.
Well, on another note, there's actually a lot of high PP stuff in there right now.
Yeah, there is.
On another note,
Yeah.
Did Cheesy put his walk this way? Into
yeah,
queue,
it's
or-
in queue.
It's
Walk
in
This Way is
queue. Yeah, that's high PP.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is it like a minute 30 and it's a 9-star?
It's
Yeah.
almost 2 minutes. Yeah, it's gonna be
yeah.
the highest PP, shortest and highest. One of the
You guys
highest
ready to
PP
PP
maps.
farm?
Speed.
Ready, boy.
Yep,
Oh,
that'll.
That is
yeah.
going to be a very popular farm map. I'm guessing if that gets ranked.
And then on the other side too, like there's a couple songs that actually have multiple difficulties in queue, so that's cool. So it's not just 400 PP maps. So
That is one thing. I wish more mappers like Hex and them would make some lower difficulties for not as skilled
Yeah.
players.
Yeah.
yeah,
There's
Eventually-
just expert plus, but there's nothing smaller for other people to farm. It's usually that, and then some people just can't play it.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Eventually, I'd like to see something in the criteria that requires more difficulties, but honestly, we don't have enough mappers for that.
Yeah, we don't have.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Osu, for reference, like to Osu for their maps for their like ranking requirements, if it's under 5 minutes, it must have multiple difficulties. But if it's over 5 minutes, it doesn't have to be. So
Oh, okay.
it's interesting. Maybe we could
Yeah.
adapt something like that.
Something like that would be cool.
But I don't think it's different though because we're a VR game.
Mhm.
It's not free. Like $500 for a
That's true.
VR system, and then got to buy the
Yeah.
game as well. And OC
Yeah.
is free, and you just need a computer. You can even map on a laptop if need be. So it's
Right.
kind of just like a big. I mean, I guess you can map without VR also, but
I mean, like
Speaking of
Hex did it.
mapper-
For,
I mean-
Yeah, easy.
Yeah,
That's an
actually,
the Hex maps were a Pepega W.
yeah.
honestly though, a lot of the
using VR.
really good mappers start without VR though.
Yeah, but they started that way, but their quality was definitely subpar
I mean,
compared to
Iraqi's
Yeah.
maps are pretty
Yeah,
good.
Iraqi-
without having-
Well, it's actually.
Iraqi's the chat god.
I think it's easy. It's easier now to get into mapping and playing, really, because there's so many good maps out that you can just like reference them, right? Like you don't have like
Yeah.
back in the day, everyone was referencing like Hex V1 maps and Sniffy Z maps. Like, It's very difficult. So I think non VR players can actually like. I think they can map pretty well now. So.
Yeah, but it's hard to really get into the game because players. I mean, you can get into the game easy because you're playing it, but it's just a mapper. All you can do is map. But I mean, I guess if that's what you want, you can go for it. But
where's our 2D Beat Saber? Come on.
Speaking of mappers, I think some interesting ones upcoming are definitely Cheesy being one of them. He's been making some really good maps as of lately, and he just got into it recently. And Iraqi has really interesting mapping style with sliders.
I like the way, his sliders. I really like the way he uses sliders.
Big sliders.
He's really good with that. And I think Kiki's is also really good with those as well. He's starting to get really good with mapping.
On and off. He's not.
He plays Apex now.
We just all play Apex. Yeah, we all play Apex though. But
a lot of Kiki's maps though that he's been making are like unreleased though, I believe.
He has a lot of
a lot of it has like difficulty stuff, and I guess they're waiting.
I'm still waiting for them for his Blue Dragon, man.
Blue Dragon is guest difficulties. He's actually, I think he's holding off on that until custom names. He's just waiting.
Oh, really?
I think he's just waiting the whole time.
There's a few of them. I think actually that he's working.
He's got two. Yeah, he's got Legend as well. I don't think he released that yet.
Yeah, Legend. Yeah. I playtested Legend a while back, and it was pretty good. It was.
Yeah, he asked me. Go ahead.
At the time, it was like super fucking weird, but I think like playing it now would probably be like a really good map.
He also has another one in the works that's called like Flowering Night Fever, I think.
Yep.
Monk of Speed. Yeah. Isn't that a fast map?
That's a fast map, like Mega's Night Fever.
Monk of Speed.
Yep. Yeah, and then I have I have Scortatrice guest difficulty. I have 3 guest difficulties on there, and that's where I might wait until like custom names, because like when you have guest difficulties like that, it sucks because you have to like if you don't read the at Umbra.
Wait, by custom difficulties, do you mean like names?
Names. Yeah.
Is that soon trademarked?
I don't know.
We don't know. But it'd be nice to have more than 5 too.
I like whenever I play easy and it's harder than expert plus.
Yeah, well that's the problem is like if you take like Kikis's Blue Dragon, right? It has like 4 or 5 difficulties, and
but they're like the same.
You're gonna go like if you don't read the Beat Saber link, which you're probably not because you probably downloaded it in game. Like you're not gonna know that other people mapped like different stuff, and I don't know. It's we need a lot of work in that area.
I think there needs to be a better way of displaying difficulty, because like there's the star rating, but it's kind of just off to the side. So you don't really notice. It needs to be something that's obvious. When you click on the difficulty, it just shows like a star rating.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, I think that I don't know how the star rating really is. I don't know if it's good or bad compared to like something like Osu, which is
star rating is okay. It has some it's okay. It's usually directly related to PP, but you know, it could use some work, but I don't know. The custom difficulty is a huge thing because people want to do guest difficulties now, right? Like I was mapping Scortatrice on my character. Okay, bye. I was mapping Scortatrice on stream, and Blakey just came in and he's like, "Hey, like, can I guest diff this?" And I was like, "Oh, like yeah, sure." Like, so it's just we just need names because it's like I don't. It feels, and then you have to like delegate someone to be like, if you have 5 guests difficult or 4 guests, you have to like delegate someone to be easy, right? Like. It feels weird, right? So I don't know.
Yeah,
that's a whole thing. But,
other thing that we could mention that are like in the works, replays by Umbra.
Replays.
Yeah, if you haven't seen already in the Score Saber Discord and under update channel, he posted a video of him showing a replay. It's an actual replay. It's not him playing. So that's
it looked like him playing.
It looked like him playing, but it
looked like him playing.
It's a replay. It's really good. I mean, I think it should be. Yeah, it should be coming out soon. Like it looks really, really good. I mean, sure, there's some back end stuff he's got to work on, but like it's gonna be really good.
And what's really nice is for like people that want to record, they don't have to record anymore.
Yeah, they can just use they can use the replay.
Yeah. Well, and that's
one thing that it needs.
Super
You can't leave your cursor on screen.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
One thing that it really needs though is it needs some kind of watermark.
Yes. Yeah.
For the whatever players.
Yeah, just like a scrolling name or something.
Yeah. Actually,
on the platform maybe.
Yeah, Goza mentioned the platform thing, which is really, really cool. But like, not many people look at the platform.
People look down. Yeah, it needs to be something that's clearly visible.
It's gotta be like up and out of the way of the blocks. You know?
Yeah.
So maybe just a name at the top. And that's it, you know, or something that shows up and then disappears. Something.
Maybe something that's not even related to like on a 3D kind of thing. It's more just pasted on the screen, just so it's always there.
Like a watermark.
Like a little.
Well, yeah, but you'd be watching in VR, right? So it would have to be a 3D play if you're watching in VR.
Yeah.
So
that's also pretty
pasted
cool.
on your screen like that, but I don't know.
The way you watch it in VR is like how you're behind.
Yeah, you're like behind to the left. It's really cool. Yeah. Really cool.
You can see. I see that as a good way to like practice your stuff because you can watch yourself.
Yeah, you can mimic the stuff too. It's really cool.
Yeah. So you can watch how other top players swing and you can mimic it. You know, you can see what you're doing wrong. I think it's gonna be really cool for replays.
It looks like replays will be limited to the top 10 on whatever map.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That will be really cool though for CubeCommunity. We don't have to take all submissions all the time now. Like if there's someone like I want to see Taichi's #1 play on whatever. Like okay, we can watch it. You know.
95.7%.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's another thing too is we don't have to like ask people's permission. We don't have to wait for submissions because it's public data. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
I think it would still be nice to ask for permission in case like that though.
It's just like yes, but at the same time, like we're not gonna have time to and like that too. Like if they say no, like it's public data, man. Like I don't know. It's a
courtesy at that point. But
I mean, if someone like if we took a replay and uploaded it to the channel, and someone like really came in and was like very upset about it or something, we could consider removing it. But that's. I mean, that's a thing we'll have to tackle at that time.
That's a bridge to cross when you get to it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. Oh, so other news. There's the $1,000 La Bandit thing.
That's 550 BPM map, by the way.
I tried it, dude. I got 5 seconds in, and I was like, all right, I'm going to do something else.
It's what 8? It's 8 minutes long, right?
It's 8 minutes long.
The first 6 minutes just.
The first 6 minutes are completely. I mean, it's not easy, but it's not difficult.
Subpar.
So is it? What is it like? Is it
512 BPM doubles into 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, you have the first 5 to 6 minutes of small vibro bursts, couple doubles. I mean, it's 25 NGS. It's kind of quick.
Yeah,
but
it's still pretty easy though. It's pretty doable.
Yeah, it's pretty doable. But once that 6 minute mark hits, it's like 330 or whatever BPM doubles. That's
512.
It just keeps going. It goes. Like it just increases.
Goes forever. It never ends.
I think Rog played it for like 4 hours today and hardly got
it. How far did Rog even get?
He got like. Apparently, he got like
30 seconds. Yeah.
He
didn't even get to the harder part of the song. It's like fuck.
Fun fact.
Why he gave us a year.
Fun fact. Scatter Faith is, I think it was 38 stars, 36, 38 stars.
Yeah, something like that.
And it's worth around 1.5 KPP.
Yeah.
What are we ranking?
That's like it's like Megalomania back in the day, right? When they ranked that for 30 seconds.
Oh my god.
Atomic was #1. Yeah. Wrong dude was #1.
I had 2 before then.
That was a good one.
30 seconds, I was #2.
La Bandit has done that a few times in the past, right? He did a few like bounties, like map bounties, right?
He's done 1 so far, right?
I think
he's done
Oh, just one.
Just Galaxy Collab.
Okay.
I also think he gave money to Cooling for passing Nissan and Mono, but I'm not sure on that.
Hudson with Rog as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Insecticide was Hutzel's.
Yeah.
$60, yeah, something like that.
50,
It was
60,
50, and Rog just breezed past it.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of
fix something first though.
Yeah.
I believe.
I've seen a lot of mappers doing that lately, right? Like putting bounties on their maps. Like even last night we were just in CubeCommunity like voice chat, and someone was like, "Hey, I'll give you $30 if you beat this map." Like people are just doing that. Like the alphabet.
Sniffies.
Alphabet one.
Sniffies did one for through the
Yeah, but he didn't pay out. He never paid out. He disappeared off the face of the earth. Yeah.
He came back for like a week.
Yeah.
Now he's just gone.
Yeah, dude.
So it was Rog.
That's crazy. He was streaming. He was like streaming like with camera mapping, like, and then he just disappeared out. Yikes. Monka J.
Sniffy's is definitely the weirdest mapper.
He's the weirdest person.
Like no offense to him, but he's an interesting person.
He's an interesting
person. He maps that way just to map that way too. He knows it's bad.
I mean, he subbed to me.
Oh yeah, he does it on
one of his streams, and he was saying how he was getting carpal tunnel from placing bombs. He was doing 164th bomb. Like in a straight line.
Oh my god!
So if you touched it, you're out.
Holy.
W.
Oh, what about BB Bear? Where's he been?
Hey, so BP Bear maps in the beginning, right? So BP Bear maps in the beginning, like in like May and June, it was like impossible. Like they were almost impossible because they just were bad. They were actually bad, right? So, but then like 6 months later, he starts making like good maps, right? Like they're weird patterns, but they're good maps.
BP Bear maps.
Okay.
But yeah,
we're not gonna talk about the one where he has a blue and a red note in each other, and they're
yeah. Well, that's we're
not gonna talk about that.
We'll ignore that one.
We can give that one a pass.
The
song that breaks your ears when you duck.
I can't think of it. The angel one. The angel one, like the bludgeoning angel one. Dokuro-chan, the song he did for that is really what the hell though.
Yeah.
That map. It's thinking.
What so speaking of maps like that, there's what Kizu Flux has the new Freedom Dive from the new album, right? The new Z album.
Yeah, Metal Dimensions.
XI. Yeah. That's Pug did that map too, right?
Oh yeah. Didn't they collab?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
What? No,
it's different maps. Yeah,
different maps.
I remember when I played Pugs, and it was fine until he threw in two random triples in the middle of a stream, and
Yep.
I never got far into Freedom Dive because I got tired like a minute and a half in.
Yeah.
All those resetting triples, dude.
Pug just threw two random resetting triples in the middle of like a 3-minute stream. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I haven't seen Keezy's yet, but I heard it's fun, but also weird. I heard there were 1/4 jumps in it.
Speaking of, I got to play test his newest map that he's releasing, Embryo, and it's actually it's pretty good, but like it was really weird. It had those doubles. Like really fast doubles, dude. It was, but it's gonna be a good map.
Do any of you guys have updates on? Oh, do you have any updates on Raise My Sword?
I do. I'm Orange and I are in the group that's making it. They're on, I think, the second final version. I think Orange still needs to check it. I'm also.
Please tell me they got rid of Gallops.
I think so. I'm not sure.
I test of it and I missed every time.
Anyway, there's also I also brought up something on some of the jump streams near the end. There's some really weird, I guess, awkward patterns. I'm not sure if it's just me being bad though, so I'm gonna bring it up with Orange.
Let's see if it's okay.
Oh, speaking of Orange, he's right here.
Oh wow.
He's right here.
Oh wow, it's a dot note.
Hey.
Oh hey, wow. Check that out.
Wow.
Wow, look, it's Orange. Guest appearance by Orange W. Wow. Fantastic.
Hey, is this Osu Memories?
Wow. Better start farming. Jeez. Let's got something else here on the agenda or listing here that I find interesting. A lot of players, old high rank players, or even current high rank players have just been kind of playing a lot less, right? Even some of us, like just a lot less. Like Dino said, he has 2 hours in the last 2 weeks.
I stream once a week.
Yeah, like.
An hour.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with a lot of us have already been playing a lot already.
We burnt out.
And also, burning out. And I also think, to be totally honest, the ranking is processed a bit low.
Yeah.
Well,
we
But I mean, you guys are a small team, so
yeah, we just like finalized like me, Hoppa, and Cry were like officially accepted. I guess we went from recruits to like standard members couple weeks ago, and then we removed a few when we got recruited because
inactive.
They were inactive, and then Sky Kiwi hasn't ranked anything in weeks, months. So for
the second time,
we might have to cycle through him too. That's a thing. But on a positive note, Umbra has been looking for more recruits. So hopefully we'll add some more people soon.
Yep.
I know that Azer from Osu has been streaming Beat Saber, playing Beat Saber a lot. He's on Apex grind right now, like all of us. But we're all on. But Azer's been playing a lot of Beat Saber, and he's super into the community, and he's very into he wants to help the ranked stuff. Map? He's got a 2, I think.
2? The ass clap one.
Yeah, he's got like the Cerno Gachi bass song, and then he's got. Did he release Dual Live?
I don't think so.
No, he didn't release it yet. We a lot of us have it though. It looks really, really good though. Yeah, I think so. Azer's like he's been playing Osu for a long time, right? So he's like, if anyone doesn't know who he is, he's very good at Osu. He peaked top 10. He's still like top 150. He barely plays, and then he's really good with rhythmic mapping. Like he's very good at identifying rhythms.
He's taken first place in plenty of tournaments too.
Yeah, yep.
I think he's more of a tournament player for OC, but I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, He has like some niche. He has some niche skills in OSU too that are like good for tournaments. So, but yeah, he's pretty much quit OSU at this point. So
yeah. Didn't he officially come out and say that he quit?
Yeah, I think he made a Twitter post where basically he said like, I'm done. So he's super into the community. He was actually, I don't know if anyone noticed, it's not private, but he was added as an advisor on Score Saber. So maybe that can transition into something because he's not like perfect at identifying flow
rankable
issues
maps,
or rankable maps or things like that. But like that's something he'll learn as he plays. But he can instantly tell if something's off time, right? Even like 2 milliseconds, right? So
we've been talking to him for months now. He was invited to the SPD as a what was he invited as? No, I think
it was like an honorary back then. Yeah.
Honorary.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And
wasn't it also to help with criteria, or was that not him and just Kreutz?
I think that was Kreutz.
That was just Kreutz. Yeah, that we did that when we were first, way back in the day, we were first developing the criteria. So, yeah.
Okay.
But that'll be cool. Maybe we can transition Azer into like a recruit or something someday. I don't know what Umbra's plans are for that, but.
That's also another thing. Kreutz has been really helpful for ranking and stuff like that.
Yeah, so criteria. Yep. Yeah, it hasn't been involved as much lately because we've pretty much ironed out the beginning and problems. But when he was asked about criteria help, he was super helpful. So a couple OSU community members have been really helpful for Beat Saber, which is good to see.
Yeah.
So
on another note, anyone that does want to be a part of the ranking team, you can't exactly just join, but if you show that you can identify a rankable map and you're active in Score Saber and you mod for mod and just show that you you're good for the ranking team, you might possibly get picked. We need people for that. I mean, we're just a small team.
So going off of that too, 1 second. So going off of that too, if you're in the mapping Discord, we've kind of redone a section of the mapping Discord now where it's you can submit your maps there one at a time. You're only allowed to have one in the queue at a time. For someone to check rankability, so it doesn't have to be a ranker or someone part of the ranking team. It can be anybody. You can give like a mod. So we call it a mod because it's kind of like a OSER term that we've adapted. But basically, what you're doing is you're taking their map, you're critiquing it, and then you're giving them feedback on what is and isn't rankable, what they should change if things flow badly, whatever. You're just like you're critiquing the map, right? So anyone can do that, and if you do that a lot, and you show that you know what you're doing, you can actually be added as an approval team member in the mapping Discord, which is unofficial and it has nothing to do with the ranking team. But obviously, if you go out there and kind of prove yourself to be good enough for the mapping Discord approval team, that obviously gives us like a good like bullpen, right, to pull from for the official ranking team. So something to consider as well. But did you have a comment earlier?
For the ranking team, what's his name? I think Neko, who uploaded almost like 100 unrankable charts.
In
like a couple hours. Like, he's been really good at spotting. Like, I mean, most of them are like blatant. They just need to be unranked, but he has been like really into finding unrankable maps. Are you guys thinking about adding him to the ranking team? Or?
We've had a little bit of discussion around it, but I think the main thing so in my opinion, this isn't reflective of every person on the ranking team, but in my personal opinion, so like yes, he's finding a lot of unrankable maps, and yes, he's helping us out like tremendously with that. But he hasn't really shown that he can correctly identify rankable parts of maps or find maps that are almost rankable and then identify an issue and create them into give a feedback to make it rankable. And also some of the unrankable stuff that he does comment on isn't always 100% accurate. Usually there are other things in the map that also will make it unrankable, even if what he's commenting on isn't accurate. But yeah, I mean, he's been a super huge help. We appreciate it a lot, but I don't know if he'd be ready at this moment for ranking. That's my personal opinion, so that's where I'm at. But yeah, no, super huge help. We really appreciate it.
Yes. Shout out to Nep.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, man. If you end up watching this, thank you very much. You make us do a lot of work, but hey, you also save us a lot of work. So that's very helpful.
I still need to do my part.
Yeah, you're next. I did like 100 that one day, and then so kind of want to wrap it up with like a mini interview with Atomic, but before we do that, does anyone have anything else they want to talk about before we get close to ending this here?
I pretty much discussed everything, I think.
Okay.
I think we've covered most of the main points.
I mean, what about some maps that we enjoy to play? I mean, not you don't play anymore, but
yeah, I mean, are there any maps that you like that are recent or something, or maybe even old ones that?
Right now, Cheesy Snow Drive is super good. I mean, it's probably one of my favorite maps as of right now.
I think even go ahead. Okay.
I think my favorite map right now is probably Atomic's ASMR bedroom view.
Crunch.
Yeah, it was.
Both versions are magnificent.
I was gonna say, I wasn't gonna say. I forgot what I was gonna say. Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mostly play. As of lately, I mostly play Milk Crown and Walk This Way. I just like those kind of maps a lot.
The fast.
Also, I really like Nuclear Star. I mean,
Nuclear Star is such a good song.
It's a good song.
Yeah, very good song.
Also, Puds made a Crystallize. I mean, It's a little Papega, but I mean, yeah, it's out.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
out.
it's out.
I think he's fixing some stuff.
Yeah, so
there was some Papega.
So on that topic, a lot of people are mapping Camellia lately in Beat Saber.
Oh, yeah.
So fucking
It's
good.
so
You know, also Camellia also expressed some interest in.
Yeah, he tweeted
about it recently.
Yep, he tweeted about it. It's very cool. He's super involved in rhythm game community in general. He's actually in Azer's Discord. I don't know if you guys knew that, but yeah. So he's super. He goes and watches Azer's stream sometimes too. Camellia was a featured artist on Osu as well. Osu does features artist. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but he's a featured artist on Osu. I think I may be wrong. I haven't kept up with it, but
yeah, he is.
Yeah,
recently though. Only
yeah,
recently
very recent. Yeah,
became
yeah.
one.
I mean, aren't most of his songs made for rhythm games in the first place? Or
I don't know if they're.
I don't.
Made
Yeah,
games,
I know that he's probably made a few specifically for rhythm games. But not all of them are for that. Yeah. But
SDVX and stuff like that.
Yeah, he is super into the rhythm game community though. Like, you know, he's he may not make them specifically for rhythm games, but I'm sure he has it in mind when he's making songs and stuff. So that's really cool. Like, I mean,
honestly,
like
I wonder if we'll ever see him as like in one of his songs is a part of the OST.
Yeah, I feel like he'd be down. I feel like he'd be down for it.
Cool.
So
Definitely.
that we at Beat Games, hit him up, Camellia.
And pick up Hex.
Yeah, higher Hex. Yeah, seriously.
The issue though is
Yeah.
with Camellia, like the songs are cool, like, but it's hard to do it in Beat Saber because his songs have a lot of wubs and shit like that. And the only way to really do that in Beat Saber is dots, and dots are fucking Papega W when you're trying to do wubs, because they're like they're either just super weird or they're staggers.
Yeah.
So
They can be good though. I mean, just look at Nuclear Star.
Yeah,
use a
Nuclear Star,
slider
but like
in this game.
wubs and stuff, it's like, I mean, you're using walls to do wubs by like ducking under walls, which I mean that's one way to do it, but it'd still be nice to do.
I mean, it is a smart way to do
have
stuff.
to, it's smart for ducking for wubs and stuff, but it'd be nice to actually hit something or like something has to do with score for wubs.
Yeah, I made I had to do some of that in Yell when I mapped that too, because I mean that's got some weird stuff, and I had to map them to like walls or bombs or things, because you have to get creative when you're mapping, because the sounds aren't.
If you just use dots, it makes the map bland. In my opinion, you know?
He does a lot of 116, like 116. Just real quick, like he does a lot of 116 like repeated sounds in his maps too, in his songs. So it's like sometimes it's kind of hard to like. It's like, do I just put dots here? Do I, you know, it's.
Yeah, but I mean, like, dots are weird, but at times they can be really good. Like with like we were saying earlier, Iraqi stuff. Like was it the witch?
Yeah,
was it the
his
witch
hype.
I can't remember.
His hype coming up is really fucking good.
I don't know, just the way he uses dots to like it just flows. I mean, if you're doing it like that, then it's just so good. The way that he uses dots for like sliders and long noises.
Yeah,
he does it well. He doesn't even have VR. It's,
Yeah, well, I think he learns a lot of that from Kikis too. Like he is very good friends with Kikis, so he learns a lot from him. Yeah. So I guess real quick, I'll mention something here, and then we'll do like a little impromptu interview with Atomic, and then probably cut it there. So as far as CubeCommunity goes, I have a few things going on. So I pinged everyone twice today, 2 pings in one day, about the tournament. So I'm gonna ping everyone again tomorrow. So prepare, because. So what happened was I pinged and I tweeted about interest in a tournament, and I got like 100 responses. So that straw poll had over 100 yes answers.
There like 0
this
no's?
will probably be today if you're already
when you're watching this.
By the time this video comes out,
you may have already been pinged. But. Yeah, so I got over 100 yes answers and like 0 no. And obviously, like, if you don't want to be in the tournament, you could have just not answered. But anyway, over 100 yes answers, which is crazy. If we just took all those yes answers and threw them into a tournament, that's the biggest tournament Beat Saber's ever had. Like, crazy.
Definitely split that up.
So then I did the Google form to see. I just picked a random number. It wasn't like, I know a lot of people were talking about in the chat. They were like, "Is 500? Like, I don't think 500 is the right number." And I said, "Okay, like." I just picked the number, right? It wasn't it's nothing final.
We had a discussion about this for a while. It was just real quick. What should we put on?
Yeah, it was like just throw a thing here and whatever. I'll put it in.
Just this thing.
So interestingly enough, I thought it would be different, but I guess it wasn't. Over 70% of the responses were rank 1 to 500. So there was a lot of high rank players. Yeah, a lot of high rank players that were really interested. There was also a few concerns mentioned in the chat about the lower ranked players, how and understandably, if you're like a lower rank, like a 1500 ranked player or something, and you're playing against same people that are like rank 100, it doesn't feel good because you're probably gonna lose, right?
Fair.
That feels unfair, right? So that Google form was an attempt to try to split into 2 tournaments to gauge interest on if we could do it. But I think we're gonna have to even split it up more, possibly. I'm toying with the idea of 3 only because, I mean, I'm gonna send out, and again, you may have already gotten this ping at this time of watching this, but I'm gonna have to send out another set that's tell me if you're 0 to 100. Tell me if you're 100 to 200. Like, I need to know like 100 level increments so I can split it even more, because. We might get a tournament where you could have 32 players in the top 150. Like, there's that many people that are interested in it, right?
Yeah.
So
that's very equal.
Coming with that, because if you're that high, you're probably involved in the community. So
yeah.
You're probably involved in that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I remember back 6 months ago, you couldn't get the top 60 players to play in a tournament. No one cared. But
no one cares.
There's so many more people that are more active in the top 100, 200, 300 now that are just like they want to do this stuff, right? Because they haven't before. So I might even be able to split it into more of like a rank 1 to 150 or a rank 1 to 200, depending on people we get, and then I could even do another one that's like 200 to 700 or 800 or something, and then just beyond, right? Like anything after that is just a different one. But I don't know. I'm gonna send out that ping again, and again for the 3rd time. You might have already gotten it today, but yeah. I mean, we just have to see. Prize support's gonna be a little wonky because it's it's just like I'm the only person that's gonna be providing prizes unless I can get donations from a company or something. Maybe I can get some game codes or something.
Vive.
I mean,
Talk to us now.
If people are interested, we could do a Patreon.
Yeah, we could do a GoFundMe or something. I don't know.
Someone had a big brain moment.
Mm-hmm.
Make the tournament Scattered Faith, then the prize would be 1K.
yeah. The final match is whatever. Scattered Faith.
We would have to supply the supply. We have LeBandit do it for us.
Yeah, right. Yeah, LeBandit can be our prize. Yeah. Kappa Fist. Yeah, so I'll have to. We'll be figuring out prizes. I mean, someone did mention like, hey, why don't you have like a cash entry, and then the winner, you split the cash amongst the winners. But I don't know if I really like that idea. The only people that I could see wanting to do that would be the highest rank people, right? Yeah. Because they think they have a chance to win.
Rank
so
and you're going in, you don't really feel like you have a chance if you see all these like rank 5, rank 6 players. It's like I don't really have a chance of winning. What's the point?
So I don't want to put. Yeah, so then you don't have. Then they're not even playing, and it's like, well, you're supposed to, like, that's the point, is to play and have fun, right? So, I don't think I'll do that, but that's something that was brought up. So, the tournament is still definitely a work in progress. I do want to do it relatively soon. I don't want to give a time frame because I don't want to have to commit to something yet, but I want to do it soon.
Let's do it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow, guys. Yeah,
guys, it's tonight.
Yeah. But
See you then.
Yeah, so that's the tournament. Like I said, there's going to be a lot more info coming out in the next few weeks here. It's just going to be that's my thing right now. So, and then by the time this goes up on the channel, it may or may not have already happened. I don't know the timing, but the Discord is going to be getting an addition. We're going to be adding a whole new section. So it's almost like 2 sections really. There's going to be a multiplayer section. So we're going to add a multiplayer voice chats, text chats. We're going to add a few people to like kind of like a community manager type role for the multiplayer lobbies. Atomic is going to kind of handle a little bit of that. And then Random Kenny from Australia and
Upside Down Land.
Calvin is also we're gonna give them roles for that because they expressed some interest in that and brought us an idea and we adapted it. So
with that idea,
so that was really cool. So that's going up. Another section that's going to go up because I've been looking to increase traffic and usage of the Discord. So I'm going to make another section for other games. So obviously there's like other.
You mean Apex?
Yeah, there's Apex, right? So a lot of people are playing Apex right now, and then there's there
got Apex.
I'll definitely be adding some Apex like voice channels and things because I think that'll be one of the most popular games right now. I'll probably there will be a other rhythm games channel, which will probably just be flooded with Osu scores, but you know.
What other rhythm games are there anyway?
Well, I mean, there's a ton of other rhythm games, but a lot of obviously like.
You guys should have Beat Saber scores too.
Yeah, we have So we have that. There is going to be Beat Saber. I think it's called PP Flex or something right now. So that's going to be a channel. We added shitpost yesterday because of the whole thing that happened. So, I won't.
Crazy. I was watching TV with my dad, and I just checked the voice chat. People
I woke up, I clicked on CubeCommunity, I just see the whole thing.
1,000 new messages. Yeah, that was So
can everyone say huh?
we had to add the shitpost channel for that one. Reminder though. Reminder. Shitpost doesn't mean you can be a racist or sexist or anything like that in there. Please remember. We're trying to include everyone in the community. We don't want to disclude anyone because they're a different color or a different gender or anything like that. So that's not what we're doing. Shit posting is for shit posting, right? Like gentle shit posting, right? We're not trying to jam at anyone's ass here. So, so
hands up.
All right. So that's pretty much all I have going for the Discord. That's gonna all happen, and again, like I said, by the time this is up on the YouTube, it might already be in place. So I'll make a post about it. Everyone will get pinged again, you know.
Sorry.
Speaking of which, we're gonna add roles for multiplayer, so you can ping multiplayer, and we're gonna add a role for the tournament, so I can ping people with more information about the tournament, so I don't have to ping everyone every single time. Those are 2 more reaction roles we're gonna add. I don't think there will be any other ones for now. If there's enough interest, we could make other roles for other games like Osu, at Apex, those kind of things. If people want
new
that.
Champion, new hero.
Yeah.
New champion. New gun that's ass. Energy, that weapon's ass.
But yeah, so like that can be used to find like groups, right? Like at Apex, we need 1 more or something like that. So that'll be cool. Yeah, or like at Osu hosting a multiplayer lobby. We'll do. Speaking of those, we'll do multiplayer nights for Beat Saber probably. And if there's enough interest in it, we could do multiplayer nights for Osu, or community Apex nights or things like that. So.
Everyone queue up at the same time.
yeah, we're all gonna be in the same game. Yeah.
That's how we host the Apex tournament.
Yeah.
Also, maybe a like recommended maps channel.
We could.
That might be.
We could probably do something like that. Yeah. Kind of like the US Discord has. Yeah, kind of like that. We could do that. Yeah, so I think that's all the Discord information. But yeah, again, as usual, it's been there since day 1. If you have a suggestion for the Discord, put it in the Discord or the suggestion channel in the Discord, because there's been some decent suggestions in there. We haven't been able to implement everything, but if you have more like ideas, put your stuff there. If you have ideas for the Twitch emote, which we should be adding hopefully soon, especially because we'll be streaming the tournament on there. If you have any ideas, go in there. I know there's been some ideas or pictures upvoted already. Please upvote if you like that idea, because that gives us like something to go off of.
I had a couple good ones.
Yeah, Goza posted like a bunch. Some of them kind of seemed like he was memeing, but there were some actually like actual good ones in there. So
yeah, there were some good ideas.
Yeah. So there was
keep it from as little shit posting and keep it.
Yeah.
We need to be able to sort through it. You know.
Yeah, we did have to nuke it once already because it got pretty crazy. But you know, I know that the Beat Saber community is very memey, very young community. So that's
wide golfer.
Yeah, wide golf. Where that's I understand. But yeah, we also do want to try to keep it like a little bit civil, just so we just get out of the way. I don't want to have to it's whatever. So there's that. You can do that in the Discord too. There's a Discord. The Discord is just gonna get bigger and bigger. Like there's gonna be so many more channels. It's honestly gonna be pretty crazy. So
join.
Yeah, please join. If you're watching this video right now and you're not in the Discord, you're actually crazy. So please go in the description below, or the description in any other video that we have on this channel also has the link. It's also it's also in the about section, I think, and it's on our Twitter and our bio. So like it's literally everywhere. Like, please join the Discord. There's so much.
It's hard to not find it.
There's so much happening in there, and it's just gonna get bigger. So if you want information on Cube Community stuff, like that's the place to get it.
Definitely.
But yeah, if anyone else has any other Cube Community related thoughts, I guess we can go over that now. Otherwise, we'll jump into some questions for Atomic, and then that'll be it.
Let's get Tammy for the next one. He's the GOAT.
Yeah, Tammy for the next guest. Yeah, I guess like we should touch on it real quick as we're finished. Yeah, go ahead.
Like we could recommend other people, like people in comment section or whatever they want to do. So let them know.
Yeah.
If they would like as guests.
Yeah, so like I was going to say real quick, since we didn't really cover it in the beginning, we'll cover it now, I guess, if you've made it this long. We're going to have like a group of people that are normally on the podcast. So like me, Danny isn't here today, but he will probably be here every other time. Hop on,
I'll probably be here most of the time.
Yeah, Hop on, Dino, Golfa, Atomic, as far as I can tell, will be here most of the time. We might cycle out just because like it might eventually get like huge, like there might be too many people, so we'll have to we'll cycle through a little bit. But if you have people, like they were saying, if you have people that you want to see as guests or interviewees on the please comment down and let us know who you want. I know obviously Tammy's going to be like a huge.
And hit that like button.
Yeah, Tammy and Weeaboo.
Tammy, Weeaboo Jones. I'm sure those are people that you want to see, and they're probably people that we can get on here. So definitely just let us know, and then
maybe Bandit, maybe Tempak.
Yeah.
Bandit and Tempix would be.
We'd have to ask them though.
Yeah. PewDiePie. Next interviewee, like next guest.
Who maybe he might be interested.
Yeah, he's like big. He's a big YouTuber, right?
Yeah.
He's somewhat. Yeah, he's pretty big.
As far as Beat Saber goes, right?
Oh yeah, as far as Beat Saber.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He has what, like 300,000 or something like that.
Yeah, that's a lot, man.
Yeah.
Or am I?
I think.
Is he? Yeah, I don't know if it's that high, but I don't think he's got the silver button yet. Tempex has silver button, right? Tempex is 100K, right? Yeah.
He might eventually get the gold button.
Yeah, dude. Tempex is very cool. Tempex is a really cool guy.
Yeah, I love Tempex.
He's really showing off the community,
Yeah.
He's a lot of what Beat Saber has to offer by showing a lot of songs. A
lot of variety.
Yeah, very good. I think he joined the Cube Community Discord temporarily. He left, but he was he was here. It was cool to see him come out and do that.
we'd like to see.
It was just a little too early. Maybe we can invite.
Yeah, it was early on, and it was a little less fleshed out, and there was a lot of memeing and not enough discussion. So I think it's, especially after last night, there's been a lot more activity. So it's it's cool. But yeah, I think that's all for news and CubeCommunity related stuff. So we assembled some questions here for Atomic to kind of do like an interview, because we want to do this like every time, probably with someone different. But so a couple questions here, Atomic. First question I'll ask here. We so recently you got number 1. And then you were like, you fell off. You're number 2, and then you got back again. And I think you're number 1 right now. I think as of the time of this recording. So was there something that like pushed you to get number 1, or did you kind of just decide to play the newer songs? Like, did you just want to improve your skill, or like how did that happen?
I forgot what happened. I think it was when Ascension to Heaven. No, I think it was Daisuke got ranked, and it pushed me to top 10. So I was rank 8 for a while, kind of decreasing and going up to 7.5, 7.6, and down to 9. And then Ascension to Heaven got ranked, and I got a top score on that, and it brought me up to, I think, like top 5. And I had a couple people from Sexer's Discord, like Phrase, Odd Loop, a couple people. They just told me like, hey, go for it. You can do it. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. So I played for like 2 weeks of just straight PP maps, and I hated it. But I got number 1.
We all did.
Nice.
But I got there. So.
Yeah. So a couple other questions that we all kind of discussed before you came in. What grip are you using right now? You're on Oculus, right? So
yeah, I'm Oculus. I use raw grip or R grip on my left hand, and I use like a variation on my right. It's kind of it's more focused around like the tips of your fingers holding the grip or the edge through the ring. It's kind of weird to explain. I think there's a picture on US Discord and tips, and I use that. It helps with my right hand because I'm not that accurate with it, which is weird because I'm right-handed, and it kind of helps out with that. So
yeah. If you get us a picture, we'll put it up on the screen right when we can. Yeah.
Green
on the green screen.
Yeah. So I know we actually touched on this earlier. But do you have like a favorite song right now? I guess pick one ranked song and one unranked song, I guess, for your favorite. Yeah.
So one ranked song would probably be Nuclear Star. Nuclear Star.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good one.
First off, I love this song. It's probably one of my favorite songs by Camellia. And the chart for it is like really good. The ending is a little.
Triangle jumps.
I can do the ending, so it's good. I'm ranked. Mode. Yeah. What's funny is I would play it on practice mode, and I would FC at the end. But when I go to actually play it and improve my score, I just shit miss all the time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It sucks. But for unranked song would probably be Cheesy Snowdrive as of right now. I played it for about an hour today, just trying to improve my score.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, it's kind of
before it even gets ranked.
Such a PP farmer. He's doing that before it gets ranked.
Yeah, that's kind of a testament to how, I don't want to go too deep into this topic that I'm about to bring up because we're ending. This can be do it in a different podcast, but it's kind of a testament to how fast the Beat Saber map meta grows, right? Like you just picked like 2 brand new songs, right? So Nuclear Star's been out for a little while, but
ranked song.
Yeah. So
just got ranked.
Brand new stuff. So that's cool. We will touch on mapping meta in probably next podcast, but I think. So you did. We were gonna ask if you were interested in doing the 1K bounty, but you commented earlier it's very hard, and you probably are not going to. I think you said.
I mean, it would. I mean, the $1,000 is nice, and it would be nice to farm it, but I don't think I could see myself improving in the next 3 months if I just played that chart.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I can just go get a job and make.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, I think if anyone has like a good chance to beat it in the next month, it's just Rog. Yeah, that's his thing. So,
to be honest, I don't even think Cooling has that much of a chance either. I mean, we both turned into big PP farmers. You
and Cooling used to be big challenge map players.
Yeah, a lot of challenge map, like even Vulis went after he took his long break. Like he was like the challenge map player, right? Like he was the guy. And now and then he took like an extended break and he came back like midway through PPV2 or something, and even then like he turned into kind of like a PP map farmer. He didn't really like playing the Sniffy.
Rug is probably like the only one that can really pass those extremely hard challenge maps. I mean, he passed what's it?
What the hell is that map?
Necro.
Necro Fully Gas or something.
Yep. Yeah, that's some crazy stuff.
That was it's pretty crazy.
So last question, kind of a meme question. What prompted you to do the ASMR video?
So I mean, it's an old video. It's about 3 months old.
I remember you linking it a very long time ago.
So I think it was like September or something like that. I was leaving college and I was super hungry, and I was on Discord, right, on my phone, and not while driving, by the way. And they were cheesy. It was cheesy, and a couple people talking about like food reviews with like what's that kid?
Oh yeah,
like the combed over kid.
Yeah.
My day is ruined and my disappointment.
I was just shit posting like I'm gonna drop Beat Saber to be an ASMR YouTuber, a food review YouTuber. As a joke, and Cheesy just hit me with the bet, so I had to do it, you know.
Yeah, of course.
You gotta do it. And then Kyle mentioned something about ASMR. So I just put the two together, went to Taco Bell, grabbed a double chalupa box, drove it home, threw it on my table, and just went right into it.
Perfect. Excellent.
I love the crunch.
I give it.
A treat that did not be.
I give it 3 big dicks.
I give it two chalupas out of 2 for sure. So, all right. I think that's all we have for today. It's kind of a impromptu interview / just kind of a way to kickstart it. Podcast is a little bit. Podcast is a little bit unrefined right now, I'll be honest. It's been in the works for a long time, but we really just decided that like we needed to just put something out. So this is probably not going to be the exact format every time. We'd like to have it a little bit more organized, a couple more different people on, more laid out specific topics. We did kind of lay out the topics. I have it, like, you can't see it, but it's, I have my list here, but it's going to be only improving in the future. We're going to try to do this at least once a month. I would like to do it more often if possible, but at least once a month. Yeah.
Every other week.
Yeah, every other week is that's what I was shooting for, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll probably have just like we did today, official news. If there's anything relevant for official Beat Saber news, I'll go over some players like we did earlier that have been kind of going up. Any unofficial news like the $1,000 bounty, things happening in the Discord like I discussed for a little bit. Ranking queue,
maybe ranking team.
Yeah, ranking queue, stuff. Ranking team. Since we have a couple people from the ranking team here every week, and some new maps, fun stuff. So. Yeah, we'll kind of just we'll make a format, we'll lay it out, and then we'll go from there. So, thank you for everyone that stuck through and watched the whole thing, or if you skipped to the end, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Danny, for editing this because we're gonna literally just chuck this at him and make him edit it. So,
and there's a couple stuff I think he's gonna need to cut.
Yeah, he'll have some cuts to do there.
You guys won't know about it.
behind the
Also,
scenes.
Don't forget that if you have Twitch wait.
No, hold on now.
Wait,
Hold on.
Subscribe to the Bandit.
Oh boy. But yeah, thank you guys all for showing up. I know it was really last minute, so it was cool. Thank you.
And thanks to Golf's friend for making it. Really cool.
Yeah. Zanven.
Big thanks.
Yeah, we'll if he has any like social links he wants, we'll put them in. Yeah, Zanven made the room for us. It's very cool. We got the Cube community over there.
Very cool.
The Beat Saber over here. Yep. Thank you guys.
The
green screen.
green screen.
This room might get some further development or renovation in the future. But we could do some more cool stuff. But for now, this is what it is, But
we could probably put some gameplay right here or something.
Yeah. We'll gameplay the agenda that we're going through for the day.
Something we're talking about,
Topic-related stuff.
Picture like Atomic's grip picture. We'll put it there.
We can put it right there.
So that.
Put my ASMR video right there.
Yeah, we'll
Get a black screen.
I'm not sure about that one.
Black screen the whole
time. Yeah,
we'll
utilize that a lot better. But that's gonna do it. We're done for today. So again, thank you for everyone that showed up. Thank you for everyone watching. Check out the Discord. Please join. It's in the description. That's where everything happens. So you can get notified when videos come out. You can get notified when people are streaming on the Twitch channel. You can get notified. When anything is happening. So. Anyway, thank you guys, and if anyone else has anything to say at the end, feel free.
Orange.
Otherwise, otherwise we're good.
Yeah,
Everyone's set? Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Okay. Thank you.